Okay, so this is a presentation of my group's app, Quiz Is. Um, you have to forgive the closed captions; they're not perfect. Quiz is not really a word, but I'm glad I got this figured out down there. And here's my group: Carson Broderick. There's me, Spencer Shalhoub, Jordan Donaldson, Reese Johnson, and James Moore. Okay, so the overview of this app. Quizzes is a great online assessment tool. Teachers and students can use it to create quizzes in the classroom, um, and they can provide each other with unique access codes, which is really normal now that access codes and links and things are required for Google Meets and Zoom links. It's pretty easy to share an access code, and kids know how that works now, um, as do teachers. And these quizzes can be live quizzes that kids only have access to. When I say kids, I mean students only have access to for a certain time, and it can be a timed competition, or it can be given a deadline, and just like a homework assignment or a quiz on Canvas, it has a specific deadline, and students have to complete it by that time. So it's pretty versatile. It's a good app. And the basics, a good thing about it is compatible with iOS, Android, Chrome, and most web um, applications. It's free. You can pay for an application or a subscription for $5 a month, and I think it might remove advertisements and open a couple more applications it can be used for. But if you don't want to pay for it, it's free. Um, and then yeah, it works with most Android, iOS, and you can download it in the App Store or onto your computer from their website. Um, so in the classroom specifically, it's really good for assessments. Obviously, it's a quizzing app. But the thing is, like I said earlier, it's just like something like an assignment that's uploaded to Canvas. It can be used for assessments. A teacher can open a quiz for a very short amount of time and use it as an exit ticket or even a bell ringer at the beginning of class. Um, it can have a timer. It can be self-paced with no timer. You can apply it to group stations. It can be given for homework and can be used for differentiation, or just basically it has a lot of different uses, which is what's so great about this app, is that it has different applicable usages, and it's really, like I said earlier, versatile and an extensive database of quizzes. And there's research that here from Amanda Bendel that quizzes are a great way to assess students. So for the next slide, its strengths: it's very easy to use. Like I said earlier, it's a large database of pre-made quizzes, and it can be used for students and teachers to make their own quizzes. It's very easily shared through email and compatible with the Google Classroom. It's like the word I keep coming back to, is really versatile, is what its greatest strength is. It can be used in almost any classroom. Um, Weaknesses are when you make quizzes, the questions are the same every time, and you'd have to make multiple quizzes if you wanted to really mix up the questions. Um, and the other biggest negative with it, which is also, so this happens sometimes on Canvas quizzes, that I've seen teachers have to deal with, is that open-ended questions, which are popular on quizzes. If you want like a short answer response, or you want to give the students an area to share more about why they are responding to a question a certain way, which is very popular and a great way to quiz students, this app, the teacher will have to go in later and review those answers to make sure that they're correct, because the app will automatically mark them as correct if they're filled out, which is not always how that should work, because obviously if a student applies an answer to a short answer question, it's not going to be right if they fill in anything. But it's not too difficult for a teacher to go in and make these marks, so that's okay. But that is probably one of its bigger weaknesses. Um, Multiple users cannot work together to make one quiz, and teachers cannot work together to make quizzes. They can make quizzes together and then share from one account, but you cannot go separate ways and log into different accounts and work on one quiz together. So that's another weakness of it. Here's a video tutorial on how to use it. I'm not sure if that's applicable to this video going through the slideshow. It's short. I'll just show a minute or two of it. It wasn't working earlier for me either, but okay, I'll just see. Oh. Okay, yeah, I'll just go to the next slide. So yeah, our group, after reviewing and deciding about quizzes, is that we really would recommend it because, like we said, it's a great assessment tool. It's easy. It's pretty easy to use. A lot of students have access to it. Like any student that has access nowadays to a Zoom link or an online quiz of any kind, which is most students could have access to this app, which is why it's great. Students can make their own quizzes, teachers can make quizzes, it can be used for studying. Like I said, it's just really a versatile app, and it's great. We would definitely recommend it. And it can really help students master subject topics, and it keeps an assessment of how students are doing with these quizzes and how they're doing in the classroom overall. So we really would recommend it. It's a great app. I'm sorry that this video tutorial, I couldn't get it working. Maybe this time? No, that's okay. Well, that's the end of the slideshow. And thank you for watching.